So this is used to process the real-time data. This pops up. Resources belong to your project. What are the resources you require? You can create a project on the folder. Suppose inside machine learning folder you have a several project, or suppose inside Java folder you have a project like website project, desktop application, mobile application. So like several folder you can create it. And if you remember, I have already shown how to create a project, right? If you remember, I told you how to create a project, and while creating this project you can give a folder also. Like one inside this folder there can be multiple project, so like that you can give it. Any question, any one of you till now? Be clear about these services so that when we start it, it won't be difficult for you. So normally GCP follow this hierarchy. Organization, if you remember, while creating an account I was selecting no organization. Why? Because I was using free tier account. If you see that my project, when we click on this new project, it gives you option to give the name of the project and this no organization. Why it is coming no organization? Because this is a free account, right? But when you are doing for the company, here the organization name is there. Inside that organization you can create a folder and you can create this project. So that's the reason here coming no organization. But when you create in a company the paid project, means where you are working on the paid cloud services, there you will see this organization name, your company name. Any question till now, any one of you? Then inside that folder you can create a project. So suppose just think, for example Google, inside that Google two folder, Google Map and Google Play Store. Inside Google Map there are two project, and Google Play Store will have a one project. And then the resources here means, always remember whenever I say resource means your memory, hard disk. Okay, resources means RAM. Okay, which is also called as a memory in computer technology, in computer science we call as memory. If I talk about storage or persistent disk, then it will be called as a storage, persistent disk, then it will be called as a hard disk. Storage means for hard disk. And then CPU, it is one more resource. So whenever anyone talk about the system resource or cloud resource, it means that RAM, storage, hard disk that your system require to run applications. Why do we need this? To run application, to save data. So when I will going to show you the project from next session onward, then like you will be aware about this term, like how much RAM you need it, how much hard disk you need it, CPU you need it, right? Any question, any one of you? So like this you can see here. So this is one folder name. Inside the development you are creating, so this is your organization. So suppose google.com, this is your folder. Inside that folder you have a project. So always remember the hierarchy, and every organization or every folder that you create, they will have some ID for their unique identification. Based on this ID also you can recover this name. Suppose tomorrow you forgot it or this project got hidden, then based on this ID, if you remember the ID, you can recover them. Or you can check it also, the list of a project, it will going to show you. Is it clear to everyone? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I have shown you how you can connect with the Google Cloud, right? So you can connect with the Google Cloud with the web console. Web console means what? That I'm showing you right now. This is called as a web console. Okay. Similarly, you can connect to the Google Cloud. You can perform operation on this cloud through this console also. What do you mean by console? Console means your command prompt, your this, just like a command prompt in your system, right? CMD, you know, command, how to run the commands in command prompt or Linux based system. All of you, are you aware about it? Even if you not aware, I will going to tell you some of the commands, so no need to worry on that. So here you can see gcloud config set project id, so you will going to open that project. Okay, for example, you can see this is called a, there are how many way of interacting, that slide, this all slide I will share with you. This all slide, in that slide it's showing that to this Google Cloud how you can interact. See, there are different way, either directly you open the console, web console, and you can see that cloud shell cloud SDK. What do you mean by this? This is called a command prompt that I was talking about, and this is called mobile. In mobile also you can connect to the Google Cloud, you just have to log in it. And the REST API, what does it mean? What do you mean by API? How many of you are aware about it? Any one of you are aware about what is API? Anything that you know, just try anything that you have an idea about API.
Application programming interface.
Yeah, what it does, what it do? Application programming interface, what does it do? Do you know, any one of you? I will going to give you one real example. Okay, let's see that. How many of you have used Make My Trip or some Go Ibibo applications for booking tickets or your trip? Any one of you, have you ever booked the tickets through this Make My Trip or hotel room booking for whenever you go for any trip? Have you done it before? How actually this? Have
Yes,
you?
sir.
Okay, great. So normally what happens? See, suppose this is your this is your airport applications, like for example Air Asia. Okay, this is Air Asia website. Air Asia means where you book the flight ticket, anything. You can take Air Asia, Indigo, Vistra, right, or etc, like this. Now you tell me, they also have a website. Even in Flipkart also, people, they can book their flight tickets. So instead of booking a ticket on this website directly, on a railway website also, why people they prefer to book through the app? Can anyone tell? Why people prefer to book the ticket through the app? You, people are getting something from there, that's why they are using it. Try once, just use your like intelligence, like why people are using it. You can book the ticket from this website also. Yeah, try.
They may get discount on price.
Yeah, good, that's the correct yeah. So normally this is your Make My Trip apps, right? Or any app, not only Make My Trip, other apps are also there. So suppose this is a Make My Trip. Okay, and for example Go Ibibo also one app are there, and several other website. People they prefer to book from this website. Now you think that when people will going to book the ticket from this, they will going to face the loss, right? Obviously, when every people they will going to book the ticket from this, then what about making the website? But you might be thinking that this Air Asia and all, they are facing loss